Hey, good morning. This is Ray over here at Namrack Farms, and I told you this week we were going to talk about some fly strike. Before we get into that, I've got my girls here, and this is CC. See this sore right here, and there's one over here, and one right there. That's just a small tasting of what fly strike can do to a sheep. But before we get into fly strike, I thought we'd just be real. You know, I've been talking to many people in the last 2 weeks alone, very interestingly that this subject came up, about how difficult it is for someone who is a shepherd, especially of God's people, to just be real, to be human, to be able to admit they have flaws and mistakes. And it got me to thinking, especially with this particular situation, how hard I have taken it, or see, let's just be real, we'll let that roll. How hard it's been for me just to be real with you sometimes. You see, it's easy when you get in front of a situation like this or in front of people and you are liked to want to maintain that feeling, to maintain people liking you because of what you do. You want to show them the good. You want to show them the great. You want to show them all the beautiful things of it. And it's easy to say, hey, I don't want you to see the bad stuff. I don't want to show you the difficult stuff because I don't want you to get upset. I don't want to tell you about decisions that I've had to make that might upset you, like choosing to cull some of my ewes because they weren't reproducing. They weren't bearing lambs. They weren't taking care of the ones that they gave birth to, so we made a choice to cull them. It's easy to tell you the good things. It's hard to tell you about this, and this is what's hard to tell you about fly strike, is it all began with one fly and then a group of flies, and I chose to ignore it. Why? Because I'm so busy. I have a business that the Lord has allowed to thrive, so I chose to ignore my sheep and this situation thinking, oh, it'll get better, or it'll go away. But that's not the truth. So my choice to neglect and ignore this situation has led these 6 ladies to be in a pen by themselves so I can treat shores like I showed you on CC. Because once you let it get so far, it actually takes a lot of more time, care, and attention to take care of them. Today, I want to say a quick thank you to Kalila for coming out last week all the way from Missouri just because she loves us to help me with the sheep, to help us tend to this. Her knowledge is overwhelming. So Kalila, thank you. And you, I want you to think about this. If there's an issue you see in your life, if there's an issue you see in someone else's life, don't ignore it. It will only fester and grow. Don't ignore it. And please, please understand, the person you call shepherd in your life, other than Jesus Christ, the man who stands in a pulpit or who is guiding you or discipling you, the woman who is leading you, they are a person, not a God. They are not perfect, and they make mistakes. And we should give grace to one another. I love you. I'm going to tell you more about this in the week as we go. But please accept my apologies for not just being real. Today I want you to be real, because that's really the only way to enjoy the shepherd, is if you come to him as who you are. Go enjoy the shepherd. I'll see you soon.